then a throaty wheeze. "Please." Kent noticed the tear tracks on the boy's dirt-caked, bloodied cheeks before he finally made eye contact. "Well, son, it looks to me like you're about half dead. Not much I can do about that now, is there?" The soldier coughed, the pain rippling across his face. "Please." Kent squatted down. "Where are you from, Johnny Rebel?" He coughed again, the scarlet spittle sticking to his matted beard, then let his head fall back, the effort too great to do otherwise. "Braxton." "Never heard of it. Around here somewhere?" Another tear trailed to what was left of his ear. 30 miles. West of Nash." Kent watched the young man suffer through another coughing spasm, helpless to stop it. That's when something caught his eye. The half-smudged gleam of a sword clenched in the soldier's other hand. He stood and stepped over the dying boy. "Well, looky what we have here." He knelt again, admiring the blood-stained sword. "This ain't no Confederate sword. Where'd you get this?" When the soldier didn't answer, Kent attempted to pull the sword free. The soldier clutched the sword's grip. "No." "Now what in tarnation could you possibly need a fine sword like this for, being that you're about dead and all?" He tried again, but couldn't free it. More coughing. "Please, you don't understand." "Then how about you explain it to me, Johnny Rebel?" Kent tried again to free the weapon. It didn't budge. "Family. In my family since the Revolution." "Is that so? Well, I reckon it'll melt down just like all the others." "No!" Another spasm. Kent stood up with a prolonged whistle of admiration for the worn, simple elegance on the sword's pommel and quillon. "Son, this is one fine weapon. But it's time you hand it over, so to speak." He stomped hard on the rebel's wrist, freeing the sword as the boy cried out in agony. "No!" More wheezing. "I beg you." Kent paid him no mind, already inspecting the engravings etched on the blade. "Mighty fine workmanship. Says here, Elias William Braxton. Is that you? Dang, boy. You got a whole town named after you?" The young soldier shook his head only slightly as fresh tears coursed his face. "No," he whispered. "My great-grandfather fought with Washington." This time Kent's whistle blew quiet with admiration. "Is that right? Then maybe I won't melt it down. Reckon such a history makes it pert near priceless. No telling how much I might get for it." He looked back at the young man. "What's your name, boy?" "My name's Will." "Nice to make your acquaintance, Will Braxton." Kent straightened, brandishing the weapon as if a master swordsman. He dashed it left, then right, fighting an imaginary foe to the death. When he finished, he wiped the blade with his dirty handkerchief, then looked around for the scabbard. "Ah, there it is." He detached it from the boy's holster, then lifted the metal sheath and started to shield the blade when the young man tried to raise a hand, then dropped it again. "Please, don't." "Don't what?" He shook his head again, his eyes closed. "Don't." Kent admired the blade again. "Do you mean don't take it? Or—" He paused for effect. "Do you mean don't leave you here like this?" He tapped the blade's tip against the soldier's chest, then against his neck, then on the tip of his nose. "You want me to put you out of your misery? Is that it, Johnny Rebel?" The boy's face crumpled in despair as he cried in silence. For the briefest moment, Kent felt sorry for him. What an awful way to die, lying out here for hours in this wretched ocean of decaying bodies. Even worse, knowing he was only a few miles from home, as the crow flies. With his boots straddling either side of the rebel's torso, Kent raised the sword high in the air with both hands, holding it directly above the boy's chest. The young man trembled, squeezing his eyes shut. "God help me."